Today our group will be presenting about safety at the construction site. Safety signs. A safety and or health sign is an information or instruction about health and safety at work on a signboard. A color and illuminated sign or acoustic signal. A verbal communication or hand signal. A signboard is a combination of shape, color, and symbol or pictogram made visible by adequate lighting and which may have supplementary text. Construction site safety signs are there for a reason. They deliver important bits of information to you, warning you of hazards to watch out for or requirements that you must obey. All safety signs have to conform to the safety signs regulations. Being familiar with the different types of signs means we will be able to spot mandatory signs, prohibition signs, warning signs, safe condition signs, firefighting equipment signs. I will be explaining to you about mandatory signs. They are usually blue in color, which resembles specific behavior or action. For example, wearing a personal protective equipment. It also comes in a round shape with white pictogram on a blue background. Usually the blue part should always be at least 50% of the area of the sign. A few examples of these mandatory signs are signs alerting the workers to wear hard hats and a sign symbolizing that the door must be kept shut.
Prohibition sign would normally be red in color, which resembles either dangerous behavior, a sign to stop, shut down roads, emergency cut-out devices, or evacuation. It comes in a round-shaped metal plate with black pictogram on a white background, with red details for the edging and diagonal line. These red details within the sign has to be at least 35% of the area of the whole plate. The few examples of these signs would be a stop sign, no entry sign, and no smoking sign. The other few signs are warning signs, which would usually come in yellow or amber colored paste. It is being put for sign of awareness and for taking precautions. The signs normally come in triangular shapes with black pictogram on yellow background along with some black edging. The yellow part has to be at least 50% of the area of the sign. A few examples of the usage of these signs are for dangerous high voltage and also asbestos use. Another sign is safe condition signs, which regularly comes in green color, which resembles exits for doors and escape routes. It usually is rectangular or square shaped, which comes with a white pictogram on the green background, where the green part should be at least 50% of the area of the whole sign plate. The few types of safe condition signs would be fire exit or first aid. Lastly, fire equipment signs, which commonly be portrayed as identification and location. It comes in a rectangular or square shape which comes with a white pictogram on a red background, where the red part would cover at least 50% of the area of the sign. A number of examples for these signs are fire alarm, hydrant, and extinguishers.
Hi, I'm Hakim, and I'm going to talk about how to make a construction site safe. I have 9 steps for you to follow. The first step is perform a thorough walk throughout the site. You have to identify and assess any workplace hazards and write down anything that may be considered unsafe. Second one you should do is notify your managers of possible dangers that he or she should know about. Now I'm going to go through the second step. The second step is train all personnel in worksite safety and operating procedure either on site or at a training facility. You have to search the internet to see if online instruction is available. Training should include proper lifting techniques to help reduce common back injuries sustained on the job. Next is the third step. The third step is to identify and mark any hazardous materials. Determine any risk involved to personnel. You have to label and store any materials deemed hazardous in proper containers and secure them in a safe location. You have to post precautions for handling nearby. Make sure there is an MSDS, which means Material Safety Data Sheet, for all potentially hazardous chemicals material. And step 4 is inspect equipment to be sure it is working properly. You have to be on the lookout for unusual noises and jerky movements. And lastly, report any problems immediately and do not operate the machinery until repairs have been made.
Hi, my name is Manjun Hong and student ID 03144014. Now we're going to continue Hakim's part, which is how to make a construction site safe. So we're going to start from point number 5, which is to use the harnesses and other safety equipment when performing roof work or working on scaffolds. The Standards Personal Fall Arrest System (PFAS) incorporate 3 primary components, commonly referred to as the ABCs of fall protection. These include the anchorage connector, body support, and connecting device. For the point number 6, the employer should provide a personal protective equipment to all the employees, including hard hats, safety goggles and boots, work gloves, earplugs, and face masks. For the point number 7, you have to be sure that the OSHA, which is also known as Occupational Safety and Health Administration standards, are met. You have to follow all the recommendations and mandates from the occupational health and safety inspectors. If you work for a private company, ask the managers whether they have hired or contracted a health and safety inspector. Point number 8 is to prepare for emergencies. Operators and site workers should know what to do in case of electrical, mechanical, power failures or injuries. Point number 9, which is also the last point, is to protect the public by barricading the construction site during work hours. All points of entry should be locked after working hours. So these are the steps how to make a construction site safe. Thank you.